Hi, I'm Fred with Quality One Engravers. I'm going to show you what the prepping that I do when I'm going to do a plastic switch plate. This happens to be a customer's machine, so what I've got here is just 16th inch plastic. I drilled a hole and I built up height on this with just blue tape. So when I push it down here, you can see that it will support the back of the tag. And then you can stick this down to your table and it will typically even engrave without it, but if you're doing a lot of them, you want the depth to be as consistent as possible. And here's your little clamps that you have available to you. Don't clamp too tight on plastic. Make sure that it feels good. And the next step that I do is, I know this is going to be a two-line plate, and actually let me just go ahead and slew it out of the way so you can see. I'm just pressing the arrow key on the keypad, and I know it's going to engrave in this area. Again, I don't want to scratch the plastic. And then the last thing I do is I put a little bit of this goop down here, and this just keeps the cutter from the plastic from burning on the cutter. So I'm actually going to be using the same cutter that I just did the stainless steel with. All right, and I usually like to let this dry, so if you have several to do, just tape them. And this tape is our proofing tape that's available, that I think is in your kit. And this is the Westlube product. So I usually like to let this dry a little bit. Not that it really has to, but it gets gummy on the nose if you don't let it dry.